getting that morning watch together, man, that we're gonna talk about this J Hood incident early this morning. Turn this around. Which one y'all think? Which one y'all get? I think I'm gonna go with this one. The Oxy Boost. All right, man, so J Hood allegedly got caught with a pistol. You know, the internet knows everything before everybody else know it. So we're gonna talk about it. Let me go pay for this, and then we're gonna get up out of here and talk about it. All right, man, we got what we looking for. Time to get the clothes washed, man. But anyway, man, J Hood allegedly caught with a pistol. That's crazy how the internet know everything before everybody. The famous NY jacket. I don't think I'm gonna wash it. I think it's time. Either get a new one made or throw that one away. The Ben Davis shirt, I'm throwing all this stuff away. Why is this even in here? This gotta go. All this shit gotta go in the trash. All right, let's get to the content, man. Everybody want to know why J Hood was arrested. Allegedly, he was caught with a pistol. Like I say, the internet find out everything before you find out. There's no such thing as keeping things as a secret. It don't work like that. Now, we all seen J Hood when he was doing his content, telling the kids, stay out of gangs. He was telling the kids, stay away from gangs and things of that nature. Y'all all know the content. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, when we get out of jail, a lot of the things that we had in our mind, sometimes it'll vanish because you don't have that time to think no more. Everything on the streets is moving fast. I got out in 2013, ain't been back since. I figured out one thing. You gotta limit your access to people, man. You gotta stay away from certain individuals that's still out here moving the same way when you went to jail. Now, allegedly he was in Watts. Police pulled up. Y'all know how the police do. Searched a few guys that was hanging out. You know how they get your keys and they hit them alarms. Boom, 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 beep, beep. Your alarm go off. Search his car. Guess they searched the car, found the strap in the glove compartment. All back. Yeah, you could beat it. And somebody say that was mine. Supposedly somebody was in the car with him. So hopefully whoever was in the car with him say, you know what? That was my strap. That was mine. That wasn't his. He might could beat it like that. But if you're on parole, you're definitely going to do a parole violation. They say the man was out, what, 40 days? 2 months? Man, let me tell you what saved me when I got free. The first thing I did was went to the oil refinery. I didn't waste no time. This was probably like the second or third day of me being on the streets. I went down there to brand scaffold, petrochem insulation, and got me a job. It didn't take me that long to get a job. I'm gonna tell you how I did it. I went to petrochem first. No, brand scaffold first. Then I went to petrochem. And there was a dude named Jesse Flores, I believe that was his name. And I went up in there, told him, yes, I done this before. I done this work. I have, prior history with doing scaffolds, which I lied. I told him I could do towers, vessels, those big old things when you rolling by the oil refinery. Them big old, y'all see it, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he said, we're not hiring right now. Fill out an application, we're not hiring right now, but we'll definitely give you a call. I called that man every single day. Hey man, it's Rick. I'm calling to check the status on my application. Oh, we don't have no work right now. We'll call you the next day. Hey, it's Rick. Calling to check the status on my application. We don't have no work right now. Same thing. I did this for about 2 weeks. And then finally one day, after me calling him every single day, after he just told me yesterday wasn't no work, he finally say, hey man, if you could pass a drug test, I'll hire you right now. I said I could pass any drug test. I could pass a cocaine test, heroin test, any test, marijuana test. Went past that test. I was at work within 3 weeks of being home. Went and took the training, and I was in there. And that's how I got off parole. I was working in Vegas, all over the place. Kept me out the streets. I didn't have no time to have a strap on me like the strap I got caught with. I didn't have no time for that because I was at work. When y'all get out of jail, you got to go get yourself a job. I don't care how much money you got stacked up. You're not getting this job. If you got money stacked up, then you're not getting the job for the money. You getting the job to keep you occupied, to keep you busy until you get off parole. So J Hood gets caught with this strap. I seen him on the internet. We all seen him on the internet. Everybody was rooting for the dude. A lot of people say, Rock, y'all was getting into it. Y'all was getting into it. Why you ain't on him now? Because I got a phone call. I got a phone call from some people saying, Rock, hey man, I need you to do me a favor. What's that? Stall him out. Like what? Yes, stall him out. Do it for me. Stall him out. I left it alone. I guess this was their family issues. Somebody I knew that was his people. Left it alone. That's the end of that story. But anyway, man, when I seen him on the internet talking about the squabbles, I just looked at it as content. He trying to get his YouTube back cracking, get that money back cracking, how he was making, 'cause I'm pretty sure he was making a pretty penny off of YouTube. That's all I looked at it. But I noticed when I was seeing him on the internet, it wasn't like he was going to apply for a job. I think I seen him do one interview where he was talking about one of his homeboys, you know. But anyway, man, you got to stay away from people. So the real reason why he in jail is not because he got caught with a strap. That ain't the real reason. The real reason is the company that you keep. If you got to go somewhere where you got to take a strap, a gun, a pistol, you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't have to go. If you got to hang around homies who got pistols on them, that mean they in an environment where they on high alert. Getting out of prison from doing 11 years, you shouldn't want to be around people that you got to be on high alert. You should want to be around some good women with their head on right, thinking right, good homies that's thinking right, homies that's saying, hey, homie, look, I know you don't probably need the bread, but I could get you a job where I'm at. I could get you a job at the oil refinery. I could get you a job at the car shop. I got homies with car shops. That's to keep you occupied, man. Keep you focused. You have to be around real, solid individuals. Not going up to no jumper when you first come home telling these stories. Get your stuff together first. And I'm not saying no jumper is the problem, but all this stuff do is make a target on you because you have police officers that watch all our content. And guess what? Some of these police officers was the ones that was working in the county jail when you was up in there. They see this content. The police that's riding around in the streets was probably watching you when you was in jail, doing your jailhouse content. Guess what? They know you when they see you. Why you think when they pull up on 4 extras, hey, 4 extras, they know his name? Because they watch us on the internet. No Jumper got 5-point-something million subscribers, if not close to it. Out of them 5 million people, every time they go live, it's down there 10,000 people watching them. You don't think law enforcement is not watching that? They watching that. They watching you. No Jumper don't have superstars, Snoop Dogg's, and Jay-Z's and Ice Cubes on there. They don't have them people. They had the street stars. And guess who are the street stars? The brothers that continue to go on there every single day become the new stars. The people on YouTube are the new stars, the new celebrity. So guess what? When they see you on there, you the one who becomes the target. That's how it's easy for them to get you. Because they not looking at Martin Lawrence. They not looking at Sierra and all them no more. Unless they got an album coming out. They looking at y'all. The hood stars. The street famous guys. So when the police, who are fans of these shows, see you hanging on the block, they been seeing the content where you talking about not just J Hood, all of us, talking about fades, talking about pull up. They gonna pull you over, find a reason, everybody hang out, and to see if you really that guy that you portraying to be on the internet. Because now, when you that guy in real life and they find that strap on you, guess what? Every time they see somebody from the internet, they gonna say it gotta be the same MO. We know these guys on the internet talk that tough talk. They always talking about pull up. They always talking about what they gonna do. 9 times out of 10, they got a pistol on them. Because they talking so much chaos and madness on the internet, they gotta protect themselves. Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. Allegedly J Hood is arrested, have been arrested for a strap. Man, you got to do better. Get out, find better people to hang around with. I'm in Burbank, y'all. I'm up the street from No Jumper. Literally about 5 minutes from No Jumper. I'm gone.